Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Gorgeous Gold. I'd like to just begin by saying thank you so much to anybody who supported me in any way possible. If this message resonates and you're new, please hit that subscribe button. I'm so grateful to you guys, like everybody that's viewed this, shared this. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Guys, please go check out the subscriber party video. I'm really looking forward to giving away 100 free, or 100, sorry. I reached 100 subscribers. I'm really looking forward to giving away 7 free readings. So get over to the video, leave your questions, and yes, I will select 7 random people. I'm logging in tonight to do the Life Beyond Your Dreams, Attracting the Life Beyond Your Dreams series, Volume 3, Part 2. Part 1 is uploaded, so go check that out. And the title of this video is going to be The Broken Pieces. So, before we even get started, I'm going to ask the universe to place a bubble around me and anyone tuning into this video. Fill it with bright white lights, 3 golden rings, and violet flames. May it shine so bright that nothing negative may ever attach. And I just want you guys to all know I'm sending you so much love and light right now because the energy is super heavy and we all need to be supporting one another. So, as I said, this video is going to be called The Broken Pieces. And sorry guys, I wrote notes because you guys probably noticed I ramble a little bit, and that's just the way my brain works. I tie everything together, so I wanted to keep on topic. All right, we're going to begin talking about cycles. Cycles are important parts of any journey, and cycles happen within your journey, and also your journey is a cycle. And so what I mean by that is, since I've started the spiritual journey, I've had cycles within this cycle. And as I continue to move forward, I continue to have more cycles. And what a cycle is, for instance, at one point in my spiritual journey, the message and the lesson that was heavily presented to me was learning to discern between my intuition and other people's advice. So learning to trust myself, learning to follow what I knew was right rather than what's wrong. So I was presented constantly with opportunities to do such. I was presented with different friends asking me, hey, do you want to go do this with me? And I was tested like, oh, do I go even though I feel like I shouldn't go, but I want to go? And so an example of that, let's say your friends are getting ready to go out, everybody's been calling you, and something in your heart is just saying, I don't want to go, I cannot go, I don't want to go, I don't want to be there, something just doesn't feel right. But you go anyways. You end up going there, your friends get in this huge fight, and now all of a sudden you're in the middle of a fight and arguing with people that you have no idea about, and all because you decided to go to this party that your intuition told you not to go to. Cops show up. Now you're getting arrested, all from a night that could have been prevented if you would have trusted your intuition. And so time and time again throughout that cycle, I was presented with that. And the beginning of that cycle was so hard because I kept getting put into situations and I wouldn't learn my lesson. I'd still go with the friends even though I knew I shouldn't be going, even though I felt in my heart I shouldn't be going. Or I still chased that person even though I knew that it was time for me to let them go and that this part of the cycle was over. Like, I intuitively knew that. My body told me that. My heart told me that. My mind told me that. But my emotions were leading the way. And that disease to please. So what basically I'm saying is the beginning of every cycle is extremely hard because that's the introduction. That's the first couple days of the class. And at first it may seem like, oh, okay, I'm here. My name is Gigi. I'm ready for this class. But then as the week goes on and you realize, wow, we've only been in this class for 3 days, and this Sunday I have 10 assignments due and 5 essays. And so then you start to feel like you're stagnant, and the lessons are presenting themselves to you fast, constantly. And if you fell, then another lesson the same way comes back to you. Just a different face or a different name or a different situation, but it's the same lesson. So it'll keep presenting itself to you. And then when you pass, you'll have to pass again, and you'll have to pass again. But each time leveling up, because now you're gaining more skills and you're learning to discern and you're learning to flow with it. But then you get to the near end of the cycle. And then this part is just as difficult because now you've gone through all of these stages. You've started from 0 and gone all the way to 10. And right now, well, you're about an 8. And when you get to an 8, this is when the final exams start rolling out. This is when the class is about to end. So now the tests and the struggles and the lessons are getting much harder. Every step that you take, the lessons are getting much harder. And so the beginning and the ending to cycles are the most difficult parts of the journey. The beginning, because it's the introduction. Everything is new. You don't know what to trust, and you don't really know what you're supposed to be taking from this, but you recognize. That's the thing. I feel like if we all took the time out, we would recognize our cycles. If you sit here tonight as we're in this video with you guys, because I know I can personally do this and I think we can all benefit from this. If you sit here tonight and you think about your cycles, think about the same situations that have presented themselves in your life, maybe with different names and different people, but they're all similar situations. We all can think of times when we were supposed to say no. We knew we were supposed to say no, but we said yes, and it bit us in the ass. My grandma always says, a hard head makes a soft ass. And until I grew up and actually paid attention, I used to make fun of it, but it's the truest thing I've ever heard. Like, a hard head makes a soft ass. Until you're ready to learn the lesson, if you want to keep doing what you know you shouldn't be doing, being thick-headed and being stubborn, then you're always going to have a soft ass. You're always going to fall on your bottom because you're not following your intuition and you're not flowing with what is meant for you. And so that is just a certain cycle, but all cycles are led by intuition. That's the thing about it. If you keep getting, another example of this can be relationships. You can keep getting in relationships with the same mask. If you are a victim of domestic violence, you'll leave one relationship, and then sometimes it's very common that victims of domestic violence find themselves back into other relationships where they are once again victims of domestic violence. And it's not because this person's shitty and that the universe wants them to suffer. No, it's because this person was supposed to be learning a lesson about honoring and loving thyself enough to walk away when something is unhealthy and when something is damaging to them and when something is tearing them apart. They know in their heart and in their intuition, they know that what's happening is not right, and they know that this is the life. This isn't the life that they are supposed to live, but they stay stuck and they stay there, and so therefore they'll finally decide to leave that person, but they never do the actual healing work and learn the actual lesson, because every lesson that is a part of every single cycle was meant for us to learn something from. So if you do not learn something and heal, that's what every lesson is for. That's what I was going to say. So sorry, guys. Every lesson and cycle, or every lesson a part of every cycle, is meant to bring healing. If you don't heal and you don't do the healing work, that is why you will keep being presented with the same exact lesson time and time and time again. It will just be a different face, a different space, but it's the same lesson. I don't have to make this up. I know that a lot of you guys may be triggered by this, but I'm okay with that. Look into this. Look back at your life. What you will notice when you look back is proof of what I'm saying. I don't have to make this up. You can visually go back and see it. If you think about it, all of your past things have connections. And I think I said that in the other video in part 1. So like I said, guys, go check that out. This is a 4-part video series that I'm doing. Well, this is a 4-part volume. And so, yes, the cycles, the beginning and the ending, are the most difficult parts of the journey. But just because they're difficult doesn't mean they're not obtainable. People see difficultness or the difficulty level, and they allow their fear to let them run away from that. They use that as the reason why they're not going to move forward. So then they find themselves getting stuck into the same cycles over and over again. And then they fall into depression and they wonder, they want to numb it. They want to find something to make them feel better, to make this pain go away and to face the reality that they are choosing to live in. And when I say choosing, do not take this the wrong way. I'm not saying that people that are part of domestic violence are not victims, but just because you are a victim of domestic violence does not mean that you remain a victim. That is a decision. You can walk away. There are always avenues, and you need to follow your heart. If you know that something is not aligning with your truth and it does not make you feel good, do not allow it to take your energy. And so healing is what the cycles are grounded in. Once you are ready to face the lessons and do the healing work, things will feel much clearer. Things will feel much lighter. I'm not going to promise you that they're not going to hurt, because I've cried so much since I began my spiritual journey. But for the first time in my life, I've also cried tears of happiness. Because the truth of the matter is, would you rather be crying because you're healing, or would you rather be crying because you're repeating? That's the reality we must all face. Would you rather be crying because you're healing, or would you rather be crying because you're repeating the same things over and over and over again? So, sorry guys, my phone started ringing. Healing is essentially killing everything that you once believed or desired. And so, to break down an entire lifetime, and probably even multiple lifetimes, of beliefs and grounding and foundational, like generational issues and just deep wounded patterns, it's not going to be easy. You see, it's essentially demolishing a building. The building's there, it's giant framework, it's giant structure, and yes, you can create a bomb to go destroy everything, but now you are left with this big pile of rubbish to clean up. And so that's what healing is. A bomb comes, that tower, it knocks shit all the way down. You're stuck. You don't even know what is happening. You're looking around your life and you're like, okay, I don't know what the fuck's happening, but I'm here now. I have no choice. I don't know what to do. So that's when you're enlightened. That's when you awaken. That's when you are ready to step up for your spiritual journey. You now see that this tower has fallen. You can no longer sit where you've been because it's gone, but you realize that there was a reason for that. That is when you begin your spiritual awakening. That is when things don't become easier. So I'm not going to tell you guys that it becomes easier, but it becomes worth it, because now you see that something bigger is awaiting. Healing is hard. It's digging deep down. It's dealing with core things, because you guys think about it, even just in this lifetime, we'll take other lifetimes out of it because some people don't believe in other lifetimes, and that's 100% okay. But healing just this lifetime. Think of stuff you grew up with. For instance, I grew up in an extremely religious household, and I wouldn't even say extremely religious as in we went to church all the time. No, but I constantly heard my uncle and my grandma telling me about God and the Bible and the religion, and if you're doing this, you're gonna go to hell, and if you do this, you're gonna go to hell, and blah 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 blah, all of these rules and just all of this stuff. I also grew up hearing all of those things I told you guys in volume 3 part 1 about, I'm not pretty, I'm too dark, my hair's short, whatever, what black women don't get long hair, and black women are just blah blah blah. I grew up hearing all of that. So then that's programming. That's like I said in video 1. Please go check that out, guys. The programming is all of those things that have built onto your character that were not meant. They are what created you, but that does not mean that they are in 100% truth, because just as with science and with technology and with vehicles, everything improves, everything grows. So yes, those were foundational beliefs that you needed for your journey here, for this part of your life. But now it is time for you to awaken and shake those things up, because you are realizing now, with research and long times and journey, in your whole journey, you're like, oh my goodness, nothing that I learned was true. Everything that I believed, that I knew, is a lie. And now I'm left here with nothing. And I have to try to get this all out of my body and rebuild. And as you continue to move forward, more and more stuff is going to come up until eventually you're healing core issues, core wounding that you didn't even know was there. And so then eventually you're continuing just step by step and piece by piece, because that's the problem. People want to conquer every part of this journey in one little bit, and that's not realistic. It's a journey. A journey is not meant to just be like, boom, I'm there, I'm doing this, and now I'm done. No, a journey is traveling. It's a destination. Eventually you arrive at a spot, but then when you're there, you're driving. Think about vacation. You might fly. I'm flying to Los Angeles in next week, or no, the week after next. And I'm going to fly there, but when I get there, I'm not just going to sit at the airport. No, I'm going to keep moving. And then I'm going to have an adventure there, and I'm going to have decisions to make while I'm there and where I'm going to go. And, that's what I'm saying. Journeys are they're going forever. They're everlasting. So just because you arrive at what you thought was your destination, you still have things to do. You never finish until we die. And even then we're energetic beings, but that is for a whole nother video. So you're killing off everything you once knew. Of course it's going to be painful. Essentially, the old you is dead now. She's dying. You've developed cancer in your body, and this is not a pun. This is not to make light of it. It's just saying you've developed a cancer in your body, and now it is destroying all of those outdated beliefs and outdated thoughts and awareness that you thought was your foundation. And now you are going to be given the opportunity to create an entire new body, new life, and new mind. But it's only once you decide that the healing is worth it. The healing is difficult. It is painful. It is a journey that very few actually decide to embark on. It is easier to stay asleep than it is to wake up. But once you awaken, you will see the beauty of the awakening. And as you continue to follow your heart and your intuition, it becomes beautiful. Painful, yet beautiful. And it does not ever get easier. I will never throw the word easy into a spiritual journey, into a journey of knowing thyself. I will never call that easy, because it is not. It will be one of the most difficult things you've ever done. But for women out there, it's like childbirth. I've never personally had children, but I've witnessed multiple births, and every one of them has been so painful. They're screaming. It's like intense. But once that baby's in the room, even if you're still tired and stuff, it made it worth it. There's beauty there. Beauty through the pain. So the most painful experiences create the most beautiful things. Mountains were created from pain. Everything that is beautiful on this planet was created through difficulty and in tough times. And so it is just important to remember that you have the power within yourself. And a part of the journey that I've had difficulty healing with, personal experience, is, because of my experiences as a child and because of who I am, I've always needed to be loved and honored by another person, by everyone else. So I like I told you guys in part 1, I've overcompensated with grades. I overcompensated with giving to all my friends and rides and money and whatever else I could do, because I wanted that, like, oh yeah, give me it. Give me that love. Give me that attention. Give me that affection. Needing to be needed to feel loved. And so I just posted that on my Facebook, guys. I have a Facebook. Please go add me on there. The name is Gigi Gold. I'd love you guys to follow. We do golden gossip every day there. Sorry, guys. But anyways, needing to be loved, to feel loved. And I don't need to be needed. That's the thing. If you need to be needed, it's you needing yourself. That's you mirroring that. You're going to everyone else in the world that needs you to help them because you don't feel enough and you feel a void in your own body. You want to create happiness outwardly because you don't feel happy inwardly. And I know, you guys, that everybody likes to do nice things for people. Anyone that knows me knows I'm a really helpful person. I will help you out as much as I possibly can. But I have learned now that not everything warrants my attention. Not every person that I meet can I help. I can help as many people as I can, but I only can help those that I feel from my heart that I should be helping. Because that's the thing, guys. We're on a spiritual journey. And while it is beautiful to help others and to uplift them, I will never tell you not to. It is important to know when to pull your energy back to uplift and to heal yourself, because then it becomes a codependent feeling. And now you are helping people for all the wrong reasons, and you're blocking the manifestations that you could be calling in, because your energy of giving is not coming from the heart. It is coming from your desire to be needed. If I make this person codependent on me, then I always feel good and I always feel like I have power and they'll always love me because I did this for them and I did that for that. Newsflash, guys. A person doesn't love you just because they love what you do for them. You're just somebody that could do something for them. And so that's a replaceable trait. You want people in your life that love you for being you, because that's never replaceable. There's never going to be anyone else in this entire planet that is you. And so you want people in your life to be surrounding you that are loving you for being you, not loving you for what you can provide for them, because guess what? You could lose everything tomorrow. And guys, I personally learned that. I had so many people that I've loved in my lifetime, but it felt like once I wasn't really truly available to give to them or offer my heart and my light, it started to fade. And they'll come back every once in a while to try to pull some of that light in, but I've learned boundaries are your best friend throughout this spiritual journey, because as you enlighten and the more you awaken, the more people see that. And people that are choosing not to awaken, low vibrational energy, will try to latch onto you. But the best part about it is once you awaken on this spiritual journey, you are enlightened and you are protected, never neglected. Your angels, your guides, your mentors, your tribe, your soul tribe on this planet is looking after you. Mother Earth is looking out for you. And even though things may feel like, wounds and scars and triggering and all of this healing, it may feel like people are just shooting you. Bullets. You're protected. You're in a bulletproof vest, but it's all over your body. You are shielded. And trust that, you guys. I speak these words to you from pure experience, not from anything else. I would never tell you something that I didn't wholeheartedly believe. And I say this because I've lived this. And so, guys, the key to this healing journey is the inner child work. Because I don't care what childhood you had, even if you had a fairly normal childhood, there is programming and outdated beliefs that have been engraved in your body. And they may be so dormant and subconscious, subconsciously in your body, that you don't even recognize that they are poison, eating you from the inside out. And so relationships are reflecting that, and careers are reflecting that, and housing is reflecting that, and money is reflecting that. Different areas of your life are reflecting the poison that has lied dormant inside your body. And now it is time for you to do the inner child work so that you can fully heal these wounds, and also so that you can learn that you're your best friend. But you guys, inner child work is a fearful journey to go on. And I know that, like I said, from personal experience. It is painful and it is scary and it is hard. One, it is very scary because it is learning that there will be times in your life that you are forced to face things alone. Being alone, if you're somebody like me, like myself, who has a fear of abandonment, I have PTSD of abandonment, and I have codependency issues, like I've always had them. That's why I do that. If you are someone that grew up like that, like I did, then the inner child work is very hard. It is scary because now you are learning to accept the fact that you may be alone in life. But as long as you know your inner peace, and you know, and you remind yourself that you are never actually alone. You have you. You have your higher self guiding you. You have the planet, the beautiful sun, the flowers, the grass, the water. You have all of those beautiful things. If you discover the beauty of life and the beauty of yourself and the beauty of your surroundings, you will never feel alone a day in your life. And guys, I swear to you, I speak this from personal experience. I moved to Kansas with my husband, but he deployed shortly after us getting here. And I don't say this to act as if it's some grand gesture, because military wives do it every single day. Every single day, military wives and a lot of other wives, but that's the category I was a part of, are forced to do that. But on that journey, me being as fearful and as codependent and as like having as much with baggage that I had with me, to sit here today and tell you guys that I made it is beautiful to me. And to see my friends that I know suffered from the same thing to me, that the same issues as me, to see them and know that they made it, I know that it's possible to face difficult times alone and as an adult, and the healing and the power and the beauty that you feel from that is something that is so unexplainable. So it is important to face that inner child work. For two, inner child work creates a sense of security for yourself. But it is painful because, once again, it is learning that it is you creating the sense of security. And sometimes people are afraid to depend on themselves because they don't know what they're capable of. But let me just tell you this, for those of you that are afraid to find out what you are capable of. Every single experience in your life was you finding out what you were capable of. So don't give up now. Keep going. Find out what else you can accomplish. And the scarier, the better. As long as it's healthier and it feels aligned from the gut and from the heart and from the third eye, you are perfectly protected and safe. And guess what, guys? It takes as many times as it takes. So if you have to be redirected, you will be, and you will be okay. I don't come here to tell you that I've been perfect along the spiritual journey. I've messed up so many times. I'm human. We're all gonna make mistakes. Nobody is perfect. There's been plenty of times I've wanted to be like, you know what? Fuck this. I don't want to do this journey anymore. I'm ready to walk away. But then I'm reminded of how far I've come. And the kind of person I am, I don't do all of this work to not get where I'm going. I didn't buy tickets to go to Los Angeles to not get on the plane because I'm afraid. No, I'm getting on the plane. I don't care how scared I am. I'm going to get in the ocean. I'm going to enjoy myself and I'm going to live my life. And that is what the spiritual journey is. You've bought the ticket. You have the date. You already know that this is coming. Like, you can feel it. Are you going to wait and throw away everything that you've worked for and throw away everything that you've worked this hard to get to? Or are you going to enlighten yourself and do something different than you've ever done in your entire life? Guys, this inner child work is not a dream that I'm selling you. This is real life things. This is a real life tried and proven method from myself. So guys, with that being said, your inner child work is so important. I promised that I would give you guys weekly homework assignments, and here I am honoring that promise. That is the teacher in me. Write a letter to yourself. And you guys can share this letter with me if you choose to, or don't share it with anyone. Write the letter, burn the letter. Write the letter, put it in the mail, and actually mail it to yourself. Open it and read it again. Like, that is powerful. I've never done it, but I just thought of it, and it sounds really great, so I'm going to do it. I do these homeworks too, guys, just so you know. Write a letter to yourself, expressing exactly what you fear in this moment. And guys, free flow this. Don't get caught in trying so hard to control this letter and the words that go on it. Just allow it to flow. Let it flow. Allow your inner child to speak to you through this letter. Allow your inner healing work to come to you and to make things very relevant. Make things very clear to you. Allow your inner child to step in and truly and fully get the healing done that they need. Get their message out that they need. Like, This is time. It is time. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get our frequency out. So write a letter expressing what you fear. Don't force it. Just let it flow. And guys, I recommend a 2-minute meditation before you begin writing this letter. This is just to get yourself clear. And in fact, I love you guys so much and I want this to work so much for you. We're going to do that 2-minute meditation in this video. Once this 2-minute meditation is over, guys, and the video is over, because I'm going to end it at the 2-minute meditation, I want you guys to literally go and write that letter and then meditate for 5 minutes. So a total of 7 minutes you will meditate tonight. Everyone cannot tell me that they don't have 7 minutes. This whole activity takes a total of 30 minutes. Do it while you're watching your TV show. Do it while just do it. I don't care what you're doing. Do this. Just 30 minutes of your time, guys. We're going to meditate for 2 minutes at the end of this video, or towards the end, and then 5 minutes after, meditate again, or when you finish the letter, meditate for 5 minutes after. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and do my goodbyes and stuff right now because I don't want to really interrupt the meditation vibes that you will get from this video. So, again, we're going to meditate to the end. That's why I'm saying goodbye now. I love you guys. I respect you guys. I'm uploading the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine reading tonight, so check that out. Peace be with you all so much through this healing journey and through Mercury retrograde and through the moon and Cancer and all of these big emotions that are happening. Know that I love you guys. Know that you're not in this journey alone, and know that I am always sending you guys so much love and just healing energy. And I sincerely mean that. With that being said, guys, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, and let's get started on our meditation. Oops, sorry guys. There's an ad.
That the purpose of our highest potential.
Okay, here we go. In 1, 2, 3. Out. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Focusing on the sound of my breath. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in love, peace, light, healing. Exhale fear, negativity, worry, and doubt. Breathe in love, positivity, healing. Exhale fear, worry, negativity, and doubt. In, out, in, out, in, out, 1, 2, 3. In, 1, 2, 3. Out. 1, 2, 3. In. 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 1, 2, 3. Out. 1, 2, 3.